Hello everyone, my name's Amanda and welcome to my little space. In today's video, we are going to be creating a coffee station in this empty part of my kitchen. Now, first up, I want to apologise for how boring my kitchen looks with its white tiles and black sides. They are something I would absolutely love to change. I would love to have some really nice fancy slides and some fancy tiles, but the house is rented and right now we don't really want to spend too much money on doing it up because it's not ours. So I'm just going to be making use of this little bit of space and creating a coffee station. We did have an ice cream station going on here in the summer, but as summer has come to an end and we drink a lot of coffee in my house, I thought this would be a good little idea for this corner. So I picked up these storage shelves from Amazon and I got them in the Prime Day sale, so they were a lot cheaper than what they currently are, but even at the price they are now, which I think is around £14, I think they're really worth it. They're really easy to set up and one is slightly smaller than the other, and in the pictures on Amazon I did see that they had them either set up so that you could put one on top of the other or one it could slide under the other, which I thought was really good as well. I'm not actually going to be using them like that, but I quite liked how functional it made them. So as I said, they're really simple to set up. They come with all the screws and the bits and bobs. Not really any bits and bobs, to be honest. It's really simple, just these square frame legs that screw on to the wooden top shelves. So it was really easy to do, but I really liked the wood tone to these shelves, and I see a picture in the reviews on Amazon and that was actually what made me buy them, because I have a few wood elements around my kitchen and it just matched in really nicely. I would have loved the legs on this to be a creamy colour rather than white, because I want to try and add some more cream into my kitchen, but I did think I could spray paint them, so that might be a little project for the future. So here is one set up, and then I did set up the second one. So as you can see, it's ever so slightly smaller than the first, not noticeably, but as you can see it makes it so that they can slide underneath either from the side, or you could even position it in front like this if you wanted to display things. On Amazon, in the product description, it showed them stacked like this, which was originally how I was going to use them, but then they fitted the space better like this because they were a little bit smaller than I thought they was going to be. So anyway, I've popped them in place and I do already have this shelf up, which is what we have our hot chocolate station or hot chocolate section set up on. I decided to add these mug stands on to the shelf. It did annoy me that they are a little bit too big, but we're going to go with it. And again, I wish I could have got these in either white or cream. They only had them in silver when I was out shopping, so it might be another little spray paint project. But I've hooked my cups on there. I've popped a couple of autumn ones on there because I want this to look seasonal, so I like the idea of being able to switch it out for Christmas mugs when we go into the Christmas season. But I did only set this up a week or two ago, so we're still in full-on autumn mode. So I've popped on my pumpkin mug. I got this in Poundland, and my acorn mug is from B&M. And then these jars are a bit plain and boring, but I'm going to keep with them for now until I find something better. And then these syrups, I picked these up from Home Bargain and they are absolutely amazing. I think there was only 79p each and the flavors are really strong, so a little bit goes a long way. I wanted to add in a few more autumn elements, so I grabbed this mushroom glass and also our pumpkin mugs. So these are my daughter's, the pumpkin mugs, and they really have loved them for hot chocolate, so I'm adding those in, but we have never used them with the plastic straws. We always prefer to use the glass ones, so I switched out the plastic straws and then I also ordered these glass straws from Amazon as well, and I liked that rather than them being just straight ones, they've got the curve atop to them as well, because I find them just a little bit more comfortable to drink out of, and they fit really well into both the pumpkin and the mushrooms. Now when I'm hanging these up, I'm not actually going to keep the straws in them, so I just showed that they did fit in just in case anyone was wondering. And then I'm also going to add my latte, or my cold iced latte, not cold latte, my iced latte glass there as well. And then that kind of is that section for now. I do come back further along because I do get some syrup dispensers for this section, so I will add those in, but for now I'm just going to hang up the mugs. This is where I decided it was not a good idea to hang these up with the glass straws in them, so we're going to carefully take those out. I do have two of these pumpkin mugs, but one of my daughters was using one of them at the time of filming this video, so we're just going to roll with it. and pop some plain ones up there as well. I wanted to keep it with just the glass elements hanging here, and I've popped all my boring mugs in a cupboard out of sight. Of course, needed to add in a little succulent. I have these dotted all around my house. I absolutely love succulents and cactuses, so I popped one of those in. And then, as I said, I already have a hot chocolate area set up here. We've had this since last Christmas and it is so well used. So the little shelf stand is from IKEA, and these are really cheap. I don't actually know why I didn't think of buying these instead of the wooden ones, but I do like the wood element in the other ones. But if you are looking for a cheaper alternative, these ones from IKEA are only a couple of pounds, and they come in different sizes as well. So we have our hot chocolate jar, marshmallow jar, and a little jar for utensils. These are all from B&M. The middle utensil one is the same as the hot chocolate and marshmallows one. We've just not added on the lid because we've got our utensils in there. And then just a couple of firm favorites over in the corner. My older daughter absolutely loves the peppermint syrup, so we have a big bottle of that. And then just some other ones that come in a little coffee kit that she got for her birthday, I think it was. And then we also like to have a few extras with our hot chocolate, so we like to drink it with brown sugar rather than regular sugar, and then we'll add in flakes, sprinkles, you name it. So one jar we've got our brown sugar in, and then we've got our flakes, and then we've got our own mix of sprinkles, which is some fudge chunks and then some white and chocolate chips, which are really yummy in hot chocolate. And then of course, because it's Halloween, we've got some Halloween sprinkles, and then some other jars that just come in a kit for more toppings basically. So you've got some cinnamon powder, some cocoa powder, and some chocolate sprinkles. We do also really love these ready-made coffees. I say we, this is more my older daughter. She loves these ones where you can just make them. You haven't got to do anything, just got to add some boiling water. I personally prefer to either have ground coffee or to make my own lattes or my own iced lattes, so I don't tend to use these as much, but they are nice to have if you are just wanting a quick coffee. And then this is what this section is looking like once everything was put back on and organized a little nicer, and I was really loving how it looks. It's only been set up a couple of days, but we're drinking even more coffee than we was before. So next up, we did need a new frother, so I ordered this one from Amazon, and strangely enough it worked really well the first go, then it didn't work no more, so unfortunately that got sent back and we got another one, but then we ended up going for one that was slightly better. So if you want to check out my Amazon storefront, I will leave it linked in my description box below, and I'll add all those items into it. So I had a little change of this because we bought the syrup dispensers, so I just swapped things around a little bit just so it all fitted on, because they did take up a little bit more space than the bottles did. And then I decided to add in a wooden worktop saver here as well, just again because it breaks up the boring black sides a little bit. And as you can see, I've got some wood tops on my tea, coffee, sugar pots as well, so I kind of just feel like adding the wood in just ties everything together. Now, I have seen this Nescafe instant espresso all over my TikTok page. However, I hadn't seen it available in the UK until I see it in Poundland the other day. Now, it was £4, but I'm really excited to give it a go, as I've seen some really good coffee recipes made with this. Now, that's the end of the video. I really hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, please do consider giving it a thumbs up and hitting that subscription button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Bye bye.